stand by for action.
Thanks for joining me. My name is Dave Milner. I am the Unpleasant Blind Guy, and I want to welcome you to part 2 of this episode of the Unpleasant Blind Guy on EDL Radio. Now remember, if you want to contact me with comments, questions, show suggestions, Awesome American suggestions, I'm available at UBG Contact on Twitter, or I can also be found as Dave Milner or Agador, that's Aggedor, on Mumblet, the Tea Party Community, Spreely, Minds, MeWe, or Gab. Now let's begin. I have to say, listening to that parasite from the Daily Mirror, and there's no, as you say, Jeff, there's no better description of them. I am so glad that I didn't follow a impression that I had when I was younger that I thought I might possibly want to be a journalist. I'm really glad that I landed here where I am, being a commentator. I do a journalistic thing once in a while, running down a story and that sort of thing, and that's fine. But I'd rather be a commentator than be, I'd rather be almost anything. I'd rather, honestly, Jeff, I have to say this, I'd rather be a pimp than be one of these journalists, because there's really no difference, okay? There's no difference between the two. Not that I want to be a pimp, you understand, okay? But that's it. I mean,
no, you need a big gold medallion hanging around your neck.
Exactly. Yeah, and a big long Cadillac and all. Anyway, no. It's the activity is practically criminal.
Yeah, okay, Dad. Yeah, go on, mate.
The activity is practically criminal. Jeff, do you remember? I was thinking about this as you were talking. Do you remember when you did some interviews for the EDL, with the Fake Stream Media years ago, and they called you the Joseph Goebbels of the EDL? This is exactly
I remember so well, don't you?
Yeah. This is exactly what these people are doing, and it comes to the point that I made earlier, man. The left accuses other people of doing what they're obviously doing. I mean, this guy from the Daily Mirror might as well have been receiving a paycheck, directly from George Soros or Searchlight or Antifa, or somebody like that. He's not a journalist. He's a carnival barker for the left. Sometimes, Jeff, in news and in the world, we know this, man. Stories come out and they make the people that we admire and want to promote not look so good. And other times the stories come out and they look great.
Isn't it the whole idea to throw mud and aspersion on people, good people out there? You're looking good, so no, we can't have that. Right, dig some dirt, make it up, do as you want, because that's what they do. They're like vultures. They are the vultures, the mainstream vultures. Let's call them that now. They're not even the mainstream anymore, are they? I think it's been proved the fact that that good radio shows now are knocking them off their perch and making them look at who they really are, a cowardly, gutless lot, yeah.
That's my...
But
okay, Jeff.
What you said about me, they said I was like the Joseph Goebbels of the EDL that day. Just to think, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to realise, when I was at a demonstration, I wasn't talking about mosques or anything like that. I was talking about in defence of Christianity. I was there defending a pastor who had his stall removed because there was he put a flyer out which said like the difference between Islam and and Christianity. And this Muslim didn't like it, reported it, and the guy who'd been there for about 17 years or so had his stall taken down, and even where he used to do a little sermon with his little congregation. And I said, I'm there defending the pastor. I'm here to defend Christianity. It's under attack. And that was all them years ago. And they class me as like being the Joseph Goebbels of the EDL. I laughed, but when I look back, I think how so satanic almost in the way that they look towards myself and people like myself who speaks up for Christianity, speaks up and who's not afraid to speak out against these people and speak about Christianity in that light. And we get classed as the Joseph Goebbels of the EDL. That's something I just want to make a remark on tonight. Can you believe that's what they said about me, though, Dave? After me saying I was there. And the thing about it was, Dave, ITV and BBC said the whole thing while I was there. They didn't cut nothing out of it. Neither of them did, like they normally do, cut it, spin it. They left it as it was. So, for once, they'd writ something that Hart had said, and nothing had been edited from it. So, but then the left still want to call me the Joseph Goebbels of the EDL. So, just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, here you go, Dave.
Well, okay. Now, the point that I was trying to make, Jeff, earlier was, look, you have the truth out there, and it's because things happen, okay? And what the people want and what they're not getting is the truth. And yes, sometimes when you get into those truths, you're going to find stories that don't make the people you like look good. But you're going to find other stories that make them look great. It's called the truth. It's what Fox News supposedly said they were going to do. They're getting away from that now. We report, you decide. Okay, when they first started out, that's the way it was. Now it's a little bit different. They're more like the fake stream media now. They're just the most palatable of the fake stream media. No, lefties, the people don't need you to filter truth for them. Just report the news. If you can't do that, if you can't report the news, and then don't claim to be impartial. Just go ahead, come out and say, like me, you're a commentator, okay, and declare what side you're on. People know that I'm a conservative. People know I'm a Christian, okay. People know where my head's at. After 6.5 or so years, they know where I'm at, okay. But don't claim to be impartial. You know, oh, we're the Daily Mirror. We're completely impartial. No, you're not. You're propagandists, and you're disgusting. That was my little rant, man.
Well, there you go. Well said, Dave. I love it when I hear Dave go for it. He also has a little chuckle at the end, and it does. I love it. I love it, Dave, when you do that. I just want to let you know that someone who's been helping you today on D Live, Noddy's joined us this evening, and we got Remove Cabal, Joss, he's got his own little radio thing he's doing, WBF, I think it's called, on D Live as well. So I'm giving a wave to the guys.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Noddy, one of the first comments from Noddy, he said, send you all love from the UK. Thank you guys in the USA for your thoughts. Go for it, Jeff. We love and support you. They don't like Jeff and Dave. They shit it. It's called projection, Dave. We know. It's going, go for it, Jeff. Piss them off. Remove Cabal, Joss, is another dear friend. Noddy, am I in? Yes, you are in. You're definitely in there, brother. And Noddy saying, glad you made it. Yeah, it's always good to see you, Joss. Remove Cabal. I like the name Remove Cabal. He goes on to say, grubby submission Cabal scum. Yeah, there you go. And I think, Josh, you summed it up there, pal. And thank you guys for joining us this night, tonight on the show. Yeah, I was letting my hair down a little bit. Sometimes you've got to speak honestly and truthfully and be who you are and speak about these things, haven't you, Dave?
Yeah. I mean, well, first of all, welcome, Josh. I did see you in the D Live thing. I'm just getting my feet up in there, so I kind of missed some of the things maybe that some of the people said, but I did appreciate the welcome from everybody. Nutty, thanks for all the help, man. I'll get some of this stuff bookmarked and might be in there a little bit more at a later time. But did enjoy myself on Sunday Long Live Radio in their D Live thing. I find it interesting though. I go in there for the first time and they get attacked or whatever, and they lose their net feed. They're like, I felt kind of like a Jonah,
but
Jeff. I have to say, like a jinx. You know what I mean?
No, Dave, it happens. It happens. There's still, there's things still happening, in progress. As we talk, there's about 8 things that's Rhea Bow, who's absolutely an awesome lady in her rights, has been working very hard. And I think this is level 3 that she's on so far, and she's working towards a level 8. So that'll be really on video platforms, etc. I think she's got about 8 video platforms that's running as well, Dave. So, it's the way forward, and it's I love it because it's talking what we talk about on these radio shows, Dave. What we do. We're getting common sense radio shows like a Sunday Long Live Radio, and getting great people on there, speaking about the whole thing, just like what we do, really. It's great to see, isn't it, Dave? That now people are saying, "I'm not scared to speak out against it because it's wrong." There's a lot of evil stuff going out there, and that's what we're seeing.
Oh, there
people
is.
coming up, stepping up, and Rebo, you're awesome, lady. Keep doing what you're doing. We love you. Go on, Dave.
Well, and I just want to say, Jeff, because I never hesitate to do this when I see somebody, out there that's doing a great job. We want to get Rhea, we want to get her an interview on right here on the English Defense League radio show. Get her out there, and she's already out there, but expand her audience a little bit and get her to talk a little bit about motivations and where she sees herself going and things of that nature. So Jeff, maybe you can work on that a bit. Yeah, man, because we've got her in the UK. We've got Dr. Jane Ruby, who I am determined to get on this show here in the United States. Yeah. Awesome woman. When it comes to the threat of Islam, Jeff, she's great, man. She's as good as anybody you've heard, and you've heard the best. Okay. And guys, that's good. Stuff like that's going to be upcoming on the English Defense League radio show. But Jeff, I want to do something we don't ordinarily do. Okay. And this is now
me now, my birth. What we do?
Yeah. It's okay, man. It's okay.
Are we going to get in trouble for it, Dave? Do I have to ring a friend or anything?
Well, you might want to have.
What about the legal stuff, Dave? Go on, Dave.
Yeah, well, you may want to have a phone by you just in case. No, man. It's a scheduling thing. Now, the 3rd of October is on a Thursday, and that just happens to be my birthday. Now, I usually don't like to work on my birthday.
Oh my God, Dave! I've got to stop it. Do you know that was my ex-wife's birthday? Oh my God, Dave!
Dude. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh, I hate that. Okay, that's terrible,
sorry,
man.
I know it's your birthday, brother. Go ahead.
That's terrible. Well, listen. At least that's made up for by my birthday being the same day as that of Stevie Ray Vaughan here in the United States. Great. I'll have to get some Stevie Ray Vaughan music up in here, man, because he was great. Anyway, okay. I generally don't like to work on my birthday. But we have something, I think, Jeff, that people would want to hear, and you got to hear the first part of it. We did a terrific 9/11 show on Wednesday, and I think I had recovered from it by about Saturday.
Wow,
it was that big. But you guys here at the English Defense League radio show did not get to hear the whole thing. I logged in with Ken McClinton after I had been on with him, and it had been, close to half an hour. Okay. Now, here's what I propose, Jeff. And Jeff makes all the command decisions here because he's the captain. What I'm thinking, Jeff, is that on that Thursday, all right, the 3rd of October, I will knit together everything so everybody will get to hear the entire EDL Radio and TECN megacast all in one encore show, so everybody can hear all the parts of it, and we can just play that for the people on that day. What do you think, man?
It was a great show. I will salute you for that day because that is excellent thing. And this is what great having a great wingman at my side like Dave. He comes up with ideas, and these are all. I don't think I've ever said no to anything you said yet, have I, Dave? Apart from saying, "Can I have one of your bagels?" You said no, but that's beside the point. Let's not tell everyone.
Exactly.
But, if you refuse me a bagel, ladies and gentlemen, no, I'm only joking. That's not true. Dave will give you his last bagel. Well, it'd be half-eaten, but with Dave's like, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
I'd split it with you, man. I'd split it with you. They put peanut butter on it, a little bit of cheese, whatever you want. But no, I mean, that's what I'm thinking about because, guys, you don't want to miss any of this 9/11 show that we did because Ken McClinton is another one of those broadcasters like Rhea Bow. He's just a tremendous talent, and he's been around for about 10 years doing it and doing it right. Jeff and I both love him as a guest, and of course as a human being. So Jeff, if you approve, then I'll do that for the people for the 3rd of October, that Thursday show, and you can just kind of chill out that day. And they'll get the entire it'll be about 2 hours, guys. It'll be just shy of 2 hours.
Well,
so
that sounds. What can I say, though? That was a pretty. To hear, guys, you hear me when I get fired up, and you heard Ken. It was. I was just sitting back, going, I love it. Bring it on, Ken. Just do what you're doing. He was so precise, and everything he said, you couldn't help but agree because it was the truth. Every word, wasn't it, Dave? That's what I'm saying. He's a powerful commentator, I would say, in all respects. Even though the left like to demonise him and he gets deplatformed, etc., Facebook, etc.
Yeah.
I wish a couple have had a go at him, haven't they, Dave? We know what they're like.
They have, yeah. They have, man. They've gone after him, but he has prospered. He's created the Exceptional Conservative Network. He does video over there, and it is a great thing to be a part of. And hopefully this will get him a little bit more play. And it's going to be well worth it for the listeners, I think, that weren't able to catch that particular one on 9/11.
Well, hopefully we might be able to do some future work with Ken, maybe some live shows with Ken down the lines, and that's what Ken was talking about on the show. Maybe a little bit in the distant future, not too far.
We're working on it.
We might do something like that. I think we'd all be up for that, won't we, Dave? It'll be an exciting time for us all to join forces like we do. This is, all hands to the pump with the situations that we live, the world that we live in, isn't it, Dave? So everybody, either stand with us or stand with the evil ones. That's that's how I look at it, guys. So either you stand with us or you look towards the left side, the evil side, because we have righteousness on our side. Everything we do is for a righteous cause, and we will not ever give in. We will never, ever surrender. So we'll just keep moving on, like Ken does, like Dave does, like myself, like the EDL, like we've been doing for 10 years. About the same time as Ken's been doing the show, about 10 years, isn't it? Something like that. basically.
Yeah. You know, now there's an irony, Jeff. I didn't. You know what? You thought of it before I did. Yeah, he's been doing his show for right around 10 years, and the EDL started 10 years ago, as people can see in the slides and everything. Now, what I'd like to do. Well, no, let's wait a little bit. We'll run the promos here in a little bit, Jeff. But what I'd like to do right now is begin to get into the next segment of the show, which is about Brexit. Now we know that. Well, I have to say this about Bobo, about Boris Johnson. Okay, we don't agree with his stance on Islam, but you have to say, for suspending Parliament, I've never heard of that happening. In the experience of my life, I've never heard of Parliament just being suspended. To do that takes cojones
if you've got the royal
of
prerogative,
pure...
if you can do that, though, Dave, that's the whole thing. The Queen's got to sign off to it, and it seems like we hadn't used that for... Maybe we'll dig in and see the last time that Parliament was prologued. That should be an interesting thing to look back in as a time aspect, Dave.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, but it hasn't happened in my experience. I mean, that would be Americans. This would be similar to Congress being suspended and not allowed to you know. But I have to say, to do that, Jeff, that takes cojones of pure U-235, man. For a prime minister to back up the referendum the way he has, I think that that you have to give him a certain amount of credit for that. You really do. But what we want to do, guys, what we want to do is we're going to read off a few headlines and things of that nature here regarding Brexit and discuss them a little bit, because everything is happening so fast. And there are things going on in the UK that I didn't think I'd ever see. You know, it's just stuff that'll blow your mind. I got to tell you, brothers and sisters in the United Kingdom, you guys are blowing our minds over here in the States. We're going, what in the hell? Okay. All right. Let's put it from this perspective, from a sports perspective. There was the coach of the Green Bay Packers, American football team, in the 1960s, Vince Lombardi. He was famous for saying this on the sidelines when things weren't going on the field that he approved of his team doing. You could find this on YouTube. I was like, what the hell is going on around here? That's kind of what. That's kind of how we're feeling, because we're looking over at the UK and we're going, good God, is it chaos over there? Just mind-blowing stuff, Jeff, I have to say. Now, but before we do that, Jeff, it may be time for you to call.
That's what I'd say these days. It's just extraordinary times that we're bearing witness to, Dave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go. We're bearing witness to what's unfolding, and put us in an Orwellian type of a feel about the whole situation. I think that's what they're trying to do. It's just totally cause chaos and try to brainwash the mass. Is what they've been trying to do for the last 20 or 30. Well, let's be honest, more like 100 years. They've been drip effect, population replacement. Social engineering. This is what we've been seeing for over 100 years. Am I right, Dave? At least 100 years this has been in progress.
Well, you know what? There is some of that. There's a lot of truth to that, really, Jeff. I mean, if you think about it, and this has happened all over the world. This leads a lot of people into their theories about one world government and things like that. I mean, remember, it was 100 years ago, 1919. That the Supreme Court decision was made here in the United States that speech could be limited if it could be proved that such speech would be a danger to other people. And we'll talk about that at some point, I'm sure. But, about 100 years. But anyway, Jeff, before we get into all of that, would you like to call back in and I can run the SHR Media promos? Because it's about that time, brother.
Yeah, Dave, I was just... You know, it's like when we get talking and about. You all of a sudden you look at the little clock at the bottom of your computer. Oh my goodness me! Yeah, should we do that then, Dave? And I'll call back in while we're playing the promos. Yeah. So let me pass the catch, Dave. Chuck in the
all right,
mic.
got it.
Got it.
Got it, man. Got it. Yeah, nice. Caught it behind my back. That was really cool. All right, well, guys. Okay. The English Defense League radio show is associated with SHR Media here in the United States. And there are a lot of good programs on that network as well. As Jeff said, we are the new mainstream media. And you're going to get to hear now about some of those programs that are on SHR Media. And the English Defense League radio show here is rebroadcast in little 30-minute bites on my own show page. That is the Unpleasant Blind Guy page at Spreaker.com. Now, that happens at 1 p.m. Eastern in the United States, Monday through Friday, and at midnight on Saturday Eastern in the United States. That's 6 p.m. in the UK, Monday through Friday, and 5 a.m. in the UK on a Saturday. And it also gets rebroadcast over the SHR Media YouTube page. And for those who are listening to this program in those little bites on the Unpleasant Blind Guy page at Spreaker.com, you can hear this program live. That's right. On Thursdays and Sundays at 8:30 p.m. in the United Kingdom and at 3:30 p.m. Eastern in the United States. But for now, we're going to run you guys these SHR Media promos. Great shows they are. This will be about 3.5 minutes. You're listening to the English Defense League radio show.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, this is Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Join us for The Right Way with Shannon and Mike, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on SHR Media.
Why are they joining us?
For fun things like sports, politics.
Oh, maybe some news and entertainment?
And all kinds of other things.
Money and recipes and events, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so join us Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 a.m. here on shrmedia.com.
From a public locker inside a dilapidated Long Island rail station comes a show designed to piss off liberals using truth, facts, and ridicule. The Lid Radio Show, featuring the conservative voice from the People's Republic of New York, the Lid himself, Jeff Dunnett. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com. At Lid Radio, we fight for the truth, justice, and a good kosher T-bone. If you don't listen, Hillary Clinton might sneak into your bedroom in her housecoat late at night and blame you for her election loss. It's the Lid Radio Show with Jeff Dunnett.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette. I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
The new show on the SHR Media Network, Sackheads Against Tyranny. On shrmedia.com. Go there quick like a bunny, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday. Live and direct on the SHR Media Network. shrmedia.com. Be there.
Broadcasting behind enemy lines in occupied California, a mere 2 miles from the state capital, the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon radio show can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, only on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com to listen. You can also watch on the SHR Media Facebook page and the SHR Media YouTube channel. No goldfish were abused in the making of this ad. Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And that is it for this time. Next time, part 3. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening, and may your God go with you. Goodbye.
The Unpleasant Blind Guy is copyright 2019. Anno Domini.